for these people because we've done an identification on them, and then I just move on. And so you are going to have to fortify yourself and know that they are going to attack you in every way possible. They're going to attack your heritage in being African American. I'm not offended that I'm African American. I'm African American. I'm proud to be African American. I'm not offended that I'm a woman. Let me let you know something else. I ain't offended that I had a relationship with a heterosexual male. I'm not offended. So all of these attacks, they fall here. They're full of it. Oh, yes, ma'am.
How you doing? Sheree Shaw, I'm the president of the Capitalism Association. Would love for you to speak at our scholarship breakfast. But my question is, did your daughters have an interest in becoming lawyers? And what is your stance on that? Because I talk to a lot of colleagues. I'm a mom, I have 2 young kids, and I want my kids to become lawyers. I want them to continue on the legacy. But I've talked to other colleagues who like, no, they still go away because they see the fight that they have to go through as lawyers, so they don't want their kids to do it. So what's your stance?
So I would have loved my children to be lawyers, and both of them were no. One of them recently began working for a judge. And you will know as a mom that sometimes you can't be the voice that they listen to because they don't pay you any attention. And all of a sudden we're taking the LSAT. And so that African-American female was able to inspire her into something I wasn't. I'll tell you something funny. My daughters were of the position like, you work too many hours, you work too hard, why would we want to do that? I was a single mom raising daughters. I tell people I'm a trial lawyer and I love trial. The only thing ever stressful was how do I get my kids? So I always had in my office a couch so my kids could literally sleep while I was working till 11 o'clock at night. And they ate McDonald's too many times, right? Like, that's transparency. When I wasn't the perfect mom, I was a working mom doing the very best I could. But God is really a great God. I have wondered many times. My life has not been easy all the time. It's been blessed, but it hasn't always been easy. There have been things that I was given. I used to laugh. Paul Howard used to give me like the worst cases, right? With the hardest facts. I used to be so mad at him, like, really? I got the BS case with no evidence? And I used to be able to win those cases because I would do the work. I now understand that man was a blessing in my life because he was preparing me for this. And so I think my children at first, they just saw the struggle. They saw the real, the hard days, you're a public servant, so we ain't making a whole bunch of money. But we certainly ate every day and we got to do the things that were important to do. That's the other problem, going back to her thing. I am attacked on the things that they value, not on the things that I value. They believe I brought charges because I had some further ambition or I was trying to make money. Those things were never in my mind. They were in their mind. But they're going to keep it up and manifest their worst nightmare.
Hi, and you've been giving some great advice. My question is for young attorneys that are finding their footing. And I think a lot of us can struggle with that imposter syndrome. What's my area of practice? What do I want? Do you have any advice for young attorneys specifically?
What you're asking is trying to find what is your niche?
Or any advice you could give to young attorneys?
I would tell you to expose yourself to a lot of different fields. I truly believe that the law is like literally the greatest profession on earth. So first of all, welcome to the profession. There is things that you can do that serve everywhere. If you're doing, personal injury work, there is a way that you can do that is truly service and giving back to the community. If you're doing employment law, tax law, it does not matter. There are ways to help people. But this is the law is a jealous mistress. That's what my daddy used to always tell me. She is a jealous mistress and she demands your time. And so it is not a 9-to-5 profession. And I hear this great thing that you young people say, and it's interesting to me. I'm trying to find it. And it's this thing called work-life balance. And I'm still trying to figure out what the hell is work-life balance. All I know is about is work and figure it out. There's going to be a time where it's not just the glamour. Like I have new ADAs come in and they want the big case in front of the cameras. And the work of a trial is not in the courtroom. It's when you're in the street in that mama's living room interviewing her. I used to try murders back to back to back for 8 years, and I mean, I would go into people's houses and I learned not to take my purse because roaches would crawl into your bag. And when I got home, I would strip in the garage because I didn't want to take that into my house. I never looked down on that lady who was struggling. I only empathized for her because I'm there for some tragedy there, right? I'm not there for a good reason. And so what I would tell you to do is to experience all things. My daddy was a defense attorney. I wanted to become a defense attorney. I never saw myself as a prosecutor. Didn't see where I could be that militant that helped the people. And then very quickly I realized at the prosecutor's table, I help more people than any defense attorney ever will. Not because I'm a better person or attorney, that's not what I'm saying, because I'm at the table. Because I can make the choices. At 3 o'clock, you have Ramona Toole speaking to you. She's a deputy in my office. When I took office, we didn't have a pre-indictment diversion program in Fulton County. I've now got close to 800 people in my pre-indictment diversion. It costs them no money. I restrict their records. Defense attorney can't do that. But if you have the right people in the seats, you can do so much to help people. So find what you love to do. Don't let other people steer you with what to do, because it's going to require a lot of your time and a lot of sacrifice. But once you find it, master it and become the best at it. And once you do that and you establish yourself, be willing to use that skill to give back and make yourself accountable for giving back every year.